How's it going today, YouTube, TikTok, wherever this video ends up? My name is Greg Bradin. I'm a spiritual advisor, meditational therapist, motivational therapist, artist. What do you want to be today? If you could put a meaning on your life and you could have the courage and the strength to say it and speak it, what would it be? Not, are you going to get there? When's it going to happen? I want it, all that stuff. What would it be? Think about it. If you really could recreate your life. I digress. What I want to talk about today is what I've learned from a lot of esoteric teachings. I've learned through meditation. I've learned through some people who have changed my life and are helping me become more in my center, more in my frame, more comfortable with the newer person that I'm becoming and healthier. That had to come through. I'm going to be honest. I had to go to therapy. Okay? I had to become open-minded again after 11 years sobriety on a newer level. The good news is things are shifting, things are changing, and I'm genuinely starting to live the life of my dreams. Now, millions of dollars haven't flowed in yet, all that stuff hasn't happened, but the stuff that's happening to me is so fucking cool, man. And what I'm here to do is try to share some of that. For a while, I would put an old meaning on things, and I have other videos on that, but long story short, I would put an old meaning on things that was like, oh, I shouldn't share this stuff yet because I've only been a few months into it, and maybe I'm not, as advanced as some of the teachers I'm learning from, but I realized maybe you guys can't reach them, and I might be the only one that you're going to hear this information from. And then what hit me again in the meditation was that would be selfish and self-centered. I want to share this stuff because truly from my heart, yes, I love what I'm doing now. I'm becoming a YouTuber. It's happening. And I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, I've watched the people that did what I'm doing before me, and this is how they started. And as a matter of fact, I'm getting bigger results faster from them. So it's cool. But again, I was, being self-centered to not share. And I want you guys to be able to have this. I want to enrich your life. I want you to grow. I want you to be able to hit good things. I don't want credit. I don't need that, Anyways, today I'm going to do a brief mentioning of what I've learned about that I would have put a bad meaning on before and I would have shit on it, which is the universe and the energy. Now, I just believe it's God. I believe it's this whole energy field and this amazing stuff around us that I've been tapping into more that He gave us, or it gave us, or whatever you want to call your higher power if you are somebody who's spiritual in that sense. If not, you pick what you want to pick. Some people it's like the universe. I used to shit on that because I'd be like, oh, the universe and all that, right? Or, oh, that's anti-God. Well, I don't feel that way anymore. I'm in a better spot through therapy, through my own boundaries, through recreating meanings on things. And I have a free will choice to put a meaning on it. Anyways, there's this energy field, and the law of attraction is much more simple the way I've learned from people and finally got results, which is the energy field is going on, the universe. And I think it's all gifts through some God, but it's constantly watching us. It wants good things for us. It's ready to give you all the money and the passion career and the love of your life and all these things that you want. It wants to give it to you now. And the problem people don't realize is the education and learning. They don't understand that for the universe to give you things, you have to become a proper vessel, right? What's going to happen to water if you just pour it onto a table? It's going to fall off the table. But imagine you have a nice glass like we do, and you pour the water in there. Then you can drink it. The universe wants to give it to you, but maybe you're not a proper vessel. Now I'm going to go, I won't have much longer this video, but I want to go in a brief thing about that. How did I get there? What happened to me? Okay? First, I had to get therapy. I had to go back to childhood a little bit. Figure out where, because of some things that happened with my mother, God bless her, but she was kind of rough, and I would shift around that, and all of a sudden I started shifting and thinking that there was something wrong with me, and I had to become somebody different, so I developed an attachment style. You got to learn that stuff for yourself, man. That's a journey that you have to take that I can't take for you. And fortunately, where I was at, it didn't take me very long, so I was able to go back briefly in therapy, only briefly in that area, and correct a lot of those things. And realized that I was putting a false meaning on a lot of different things, and I was almost doing it from goodness, and I was making people and places and things out better than they really were in the reality to those people, places, and things. I digress. Now I have more of appropriate meaning for me that works for me, that's healthier for me, and I'm more the star in my own movie. I'm not being the sidekick in somebody else's movie. That had to happen first. Next, I started meditation. As I mentioned in my videos, now I meditate up to 2 hours a day, even just for fun sometimes. not just a tactical meditation, but I started, it wasn't like that at first. It took me a while, and I wasn't used to it, and I wasn't good at it. And here I was trying to control an outcome again, which was a problem I had. But I started to be able to muster up 3 to 5 minutes of framing meditation in the morning, okay? And I never would have believed it. I would have shit on that too. But I said, you know what, man? I'm not getting to the life that I want. I've always desired it. I have all the talent and ability in the world, and I just couldn't get there. So I did it. And it didn't come overnight. A few times, 5 minutes in the morning with candle framing meditation, I call tactical meditation. It finally made sense to me. Someone taught me meditation that had a purpose, it had a reason. I put an intention on it. All of a sudden, I started to be able to breathe better. I started to be able to feel and visualize things, finally. I had a tough time for a long time visualizing things, but I finally was able to. It's fun stuff, man. Anyways, that started opening me up, and I started getting into my own center. I started developing more confidence. I started becoming more genuine people. That happened first. Then what started hitting me, and the cool thing is, these things would hit me after meditation and working out, and then I'd hear it in a video the next day from these high-level teachers on YouTube. Their stories inspired me to begin with, where they started and where they ended up now. No greed, no want, and they have all the millions of dollars and all the happiness and joy and confidence you could want. And I just couldn't deny it anymore. I'd hear someone like me, and I couldn't deny that it was real and that I could have it. So I kept going. And then I learned this. We all know this. There's the physical body, work or will, could be working out, could be committed to watch video. All that stuff we can do, will, physical. The mental, and then the spiritual. I say spiritual / meditation, okay? Those 3 areas, they always say, get your mind, body, and spirit right, okay? Well, what I found out is, over time, you hear it in like recovery. They say you can't fix a thinking problem with a broken brain, okay? Let's go to the mental first. You can only do so much with the mind, working on the mind with the mind, okay? Only can do so much. I find very often that I can't do much to fix my mind with my mind. Do you guys relate, right? Does that ever happen to you? You'll hear like David Goggins or these like physical fitness guys, and they say, your mind has a 24-hour tactical advantage against you, and that you have to do certain actions to get control of it. I heard that language, it was good, but I try and I fail. I had no motivation to do anything new, okay? Anyways, I slowly started getting into physical stuff. I had to force myself. I hated running. I didn't want to go to the gym, but I started just trying a little bit. So I started poking at the physical, and then I started doing meditation. I didn't realize I was already a spiritual dude. I prayed a lot, but I wasn't growing anymore. I started doing the meditations. Poking at the physical, poking at the spiritual. Poking at the physical, poking at the spiritual. And guess what happened? One day, after about a month of this, after a workout and a meditation, I hit a thing these people call 5D, where I literally had more peace than I'd ever had in my life, more clarity, and guess what? All this creative shit started coming to me. Why do you think I'm on here speaking to you now? Okay? I'm a YouTuber. This is only one of my new careers that have come to me. I started feeling like singing again. That's another one of my passions. That's why I say I'm an artist. I'm an artist in other areas too. I love critiquing movies. I love drama. I love acting. I love theater. Well, that'll come if the universe wants to bring it to me. But I began to become a proper vessel first to the universe to receive what it wanted to give to me. I let go of my neediness in meditation. And the law of opposites means if I get needy and I want and I'm worried and I fight for it, I'm pushing the energy away. The universe can't give it to me. But when I learn to center myself and become non-needy and ready to receive, with no neediness from anything, I have it all inside of me already, what I need. The universe says, oh, okay, I'll give it to you. And it started to. Guess what? I auditioned for a band. I wasn't going to do that. Long story short on this one really quick, I actually went on to Google and I looked for local bands, and I went through like 2 or 3 of them. One of them I finally was hard for me. I'm not really good with computers, so I sent an email. And it was one of the biggest cover bands in Michigan. They're really good. And I sent it to them, and it didn't get through. And I'm like, oh, the old me, the old meaning, just like gave up. And then like 2-3 days later after meditation, I said, let me try again. And I saw where I had gone wrong with my email. This is a funny story. And so I did it again, and man, long story short, this is some weeks ago, but I went and auditioned, and I'm the new front man for a band now. And in the end, I learned how, through confidence and going in there, I wasn't singing for attention or validation or approval seeking anymore. I was singing for me. And I was also, ironically, my head was clear as I got done with the audition, and they wanted me, and they wanted to shift to more what I wanted to do too. They were so awesome. I started to see their journeys in their life. When I'm with people, I'm able to listen more. I'm able to really care and see without having to force it about their journey. So there's multiple facets going on here of what I'm getting, okay? And that adds to you becoming free. Guys, I'm telling you what, subscribe if you want, like my channel, get on there. This is for you. This is for you to say, hey man, if you come this far, maybe you're willing to come a little bit farther, right? This is for you to say, I can't meditate, that was crazy, man, I don't want to do that stuff. I can't go 2 hours a day humming in some circle and it's not doing anything for me. I mean, it feels okay, but this is for you to say, maybe, you know what, Greg, I can do 3 or 5 minutes a morning. Show me that candle framing again. Let me just try it. As crazy as that sounds, it did to me, guys. Maybe you're willing to go a little further, right? Poking at the physical, poking at the spiritual and meditational. And guess what happens all of a sudden? The mind is forced into a spot where it has to be free. It's only a matter of time. The mind doesn't have any choice at that point, and you start to have things open up, and you start to have motivation because you're putting a correct meaning and your mind's thinking clear. Then you feel like doing things more. I'll tell you what, guys. Hey, I'm Greg Bradin again. I want the best of things for you. I really do. If it's my last day on earth, that's what I want. We got shooters, we got confused kids, we got people lost, we got 70+%, don't quote me, divorce rate in this country going on. I want to see people's relationships healthier. I'm experiencing joys that I truly hope and pray find you and that you have. So you guys, like I said, subscribe and like my channel. I hope you get something out of it. Please be open-minded. And have a blessed, centered day. See ya.